So in today's lesson, we are going to learn something called Concord. When we say Concord, Concord simply means agreement between what? Subject and verb. This is what we mean by what? Concord. Agreement between what? Subject and verb. When we say Concord, in simplicity, it means agreement, okay? So there are many rules. In English, there are basically 24 rules of Concord. 24 rules, what do you say? They are not much now. I didn't say 100, I say 2400. I didn't say 24 rules of Concord in English, but today we are going to learn 7 rules. Today we are going to learn what? 7 rules. General rule of Concord is that, look at the board. A general rule says a singular subject carries singular verb and a plural subject carries what? Plural verb. This is rule number 1. But before that, class, you know we have we have main verbs, right? We have what? Main verb, right? So how do we understand singular under pertaining main verb? We say verb plus what? Verb plus s, es, ies is equal to what? Singular, isn't it? But verb minus s, es, ies is equal to what? Plural. Let me just give you an example. When we have speaks is what? Is singular verb, right? When we have does is what? Singular verb, right? Well, let me use goes. When we have cries, this cries is also what? Singular verb, isn't it? But when we have speak is what? Plural. Go is plural. Likewise, cry is what? Plural. So how do we understand singular and plural pertaining auxiliaries? You know we have be, right? We have do and we have, right? So we have singular and plural pertaining what? Auxiliaries, especially primary auxiliaries. We are not talking about models. Primary auxiliaries. Pertaining be we have is, isn't it? We have what? In be we have is, then was. Then what? Was, as in singular. Plural we have are, and the past tense were. Go? Then do. What is the singular of do? Is does. Go? Do itself is what? Plural. Then what is the singular of have? Is has. Go? Have itself is what? Plural. So now look. Let's come back to the rule. The rule says a singular subject carries singular verb, and a plural subject carries what? Plural verb. So look at the examples given. Ahmad has a car. Ahmad is singular subject, right? And it takes singular verb, which is has. Go? So that is the rule. Don't say, so why is it that you didn't use have? Look at, can't you see it from here? Have is what? Is plural, it's not singular. Ahmad has a car. The boy, okay, let's look at the next example. Ahmad and Yusuf, are they singular or plural? Have money. Because the subject is what? The subject is what? Plural. That's why we use what? Have, isn't it? So the next example, the boy respects everyone. The boy is singular subject, right? So it takes what? Singular verb, which is what? Respects. If you omit that s, you are grammatically wrong. Because without addition of s to verbs, it's becoming what? Plural, isn't it? So you must add the s. I just explained it earlier, isn't it? So then look at it here. We now say the boys, plural subject, right? Respect everyone. He has come. He is singular subject. Has is what? Singular verb, right? Our main concern is the word first verb. Don't say, sir, I come is plural. We are not talking about that one. Isn't it? This has function as auxiliary. This is present perfect. So they have come. They plural, right? It takes what? Have as in plural. She was given. She singular. Was singular? That's our concern, isn't it? We were given. We were. Can we say we was? Can we say we was? It's wrong, oh? So this is rule 1. So then let's move to rule 2. Rule 2 says when two subjects joined by an, a plural verb is required. When two subjects join by what? An. A plural verb is what? Required. Examples. You and I are friends. You see? And ko? Join two subjects ko? Nuhu and Aisha go to school. Nuhu, you see? Nuhu and Aisha sit and join them ko? Then the boy and the girl know him. The boy and the girl, you see this and what join the boy and girl ko? So we use plural verb as what? No. My sister and his wife have been to Concord. You see, my sister is the first subject ko? His wife is the second subject, is joined by what? An. So that's why we use have. You know, the rule says when two subjects joined by an, a plural verb is what is required. Don't use singular. But look at it. We say note pertaining to this rule. There are somewhat exceptions. What are those exceptions? You should take note. Two singular nouns connected by an, suggesting one idea. Suggesting what? One idea or person. You should understand the English. Let me repeat. When two nouns connected by an, suggesting one idea or person, a singular verb should be used. A singular what? Verb should be what? Used. So look at it. Examples. The president and minister of petroleum is Muhammad Buhari. He is the president and he is the minister of petroleum. We are referring to one person. Go? You don't understand this rule. Our president Muhammad Buhari is the president of Nigeria and he is the minister of petroleum. Isn't it? So we are referring to one person. That is why we use what? Singular verb. Fra and Nono was sold here. Fra and Nono, we are talking about one idea. It's one idea now. Can you, it's also like for you, can you, so, you know, rice and beans, I can say is my favorite, is my what? Favorite, isn't it? I can't say, my, wrong. So that's why we say you should understand the note. Two singular nouns connected by an, suggesting one idea or person. A singular verb, what should be used? My uncle and doctor. My uncle and doctor. He is one. Don't say that they are different people. Visits them. This rule. That's Concord. That's Concord. Just say something in our Adana. You are just doing as if you don't understand. But let me give you one. Let me just give you another. Okay. If I say the minister of, or let's say the president, look at it. The president and the, you see the article that, no? Due to appearance of this that, because this shows that they are different, no? The president and the minister. And the what? Minister of what? Petroleum. Petroleum. We don't say are in the meeting. Are what? In the meeting. Why do we use are? Because of the appearance of this verb after the what? Conjunction and. But here, look at it now. The president and minister. This article is referring to him. Him alone. Or let me give you an example. Let me cite an example with myself. I can say the what? The director of SAEC and assistant HOD of diploma and certificate in ELSA is Sadiq Ali Usman. I am the director of SAEC. I am the what? Assistant HOD of diploma and certificate here in ELSA. Do you understand? I am referring to myself. You don't understand? Is that understood? So now, my uncle and doctor visit them. He is my uncle and he is doctor. But if I apply another article, my uncle and her uncle, they are two different people. So I will not use visit, I will remove the S. So the next rule is what? Rule 3. Rule 3 says, a singular or plural verb should be used pertaining to what? Question words. So here you have choice to use either singular or plural. Examples: who teaches you? Teaches is singular, or who teach you? Plural. You have choice depending on what you mean or what in your mind. Go. How is she? How is she? How are they? Is that understood? Yes, now. Why no? How is she? How are they? Are they not question words? They are question words. Where does she go? Where do they visit? You have choice. You can use either, you can say who has 2 pens or who have 2 pens. You have choice now. Nobody can say you are wrong. Who owns that? Who owns that marker? Who owns? Here we are found a singular person, and you can say who own as in plural. You have choice depending on what you mean, what in your mind. Are you with me? So the next rule says, rule 4. What's like anything, anybody, everything, no one, someone, each, nothing, somebody, many, or an, either, neither, etc. should be used with what? Singular verb. Should be used with what? Singular verb. Let's look at examples. Everything was burnt. Everything was burnt. You know, everything means many, but look at it. According to the rule, we say we should use what? Singular verb. Yours is to say semi'ina wa dana. Yours is why. This everything is more than n, is more than one now. So it's rule of Concord. When you say everything were burnt, we now say you are grammatically wrong. You violate what? The rule. Many an egg. Many an egg. Okay, sorry. So many an egg. Oh, so Allah, I knew something is missing. Let me use apple. Many an apple is sweet. Don't say many a apple. Many an apple is sweet. Go. No one loves her. No one loves her. You see, singular. Go. There is no one. Many a teacher teaches. Many a teacher teaches. But if you remove the a, you must add s and use plural. Go. Don't forget, we say many a. You have had it over the what? Over the empty. Go. Many a Concord, isn't it? So each boy comes early. Each boy comes early. Either of his sisters pays. You see? Either of his sisters pays. This space is singular. It's not plural. Neither or either. You see? Somebody does something wrong. Somebody does something wrong. So this verse is our singular verb. So the next rule, which is rule 5, when either or, neither nor is used as subject level, the choice of the verb is determined by the nearest subject. By the what? Yeah. Nearest subject. Meaning that before you know which verb you are going to use, whether it is singular or plural, you should look at your nearest subject. Look at example. Either you or I. Our nearest subject is not singular. That's why we say am to be blamed. But look at the second one. Either I or you are to be blamed. Neither the students nor the teacher. Our nearest subject is singular. That's why it takes singular verb, has many. But look at this one. Neither the teacher nor the students Our nearest subject is what? Plural, ko? Then use what? That's why we say what? Have many. So this is what this rule is teaching us. Rule 5. Rule 6. The rule says plural nouns donating quantity, amount, distance, time must be used with what? Singular verb. Most of the rules of Concord we are using singular verbs. Can't you see? So now look at it. Look at examples given. 2 million naira is too much for you. 2 million. You see, this is what amount called. 2 million naira is too much for you. 99. This is also what amount called. 99 reaches 100 approximately. You know, in mathematics, the one they say 92, anything above 30 approximately is what? Okay, sorry, Mala Ali, okay, 99.9, let me use this. I forget Mala Ali is in the class. You know, he is maths teacher. Yes, he will just catch me now. Mathematically, 99.9 is equivalent to 100. They say this because they say anything above 5 co is 1 to, you know, when you add, isn't it? So, I was trying to mess up co, so no problem. So then the next example says, 50 kilometers was long journey. You know, 50 kilometers, this is what? This is distance co. 50 kilometers was long journey. Why do we use was? Because the rule says when we are donating what? Quantity, amount, distance, time, we use what? Singular verb. The last rule for today we have, when each of or one of is used, the noun, pronoun, or noun phrase next to it will be what? Plural, but the verb should be what? Singular. Look at examples given. Each of them, you see the verb plural, has 4 wives. Each of them has 4 wives. One of my friends is getting married next week. Each of the staff, you know, staff, you know, singular staff, plural staff, each of the staff does excellent work. The last example for today, one of his wives is dead. One of his wives is what? Is dead. So these are the 7 rules of Concord. Now we are going to the next segment, Hausa Virgin, for explanation. Abin da muke cewa Concord shine yarjejeniya. Idan muka ce yarjejeniya din nan a Hausance shine tsakanin mai aiki da kuma aikin. Waye subject verb ko? Subject shine mene fa'il na ce wai verb. Aikin kuma shine mene verb ko? So, wannan Concord din zaka ga mutane da dama suna cewa yana ba su wahala. Ba wahala bane, dokoki ne kuma doka haddace ta ake yi. Kuna ji ko? Akwai dokoki na Concord kwara 24. A cikin kwara 24 nan ce za mu karantar da kwara 7. Saura 14 kenan ko? Ban kuma ce ni ban muku alƙawari na ce duk zan karantar da su a wannan sama din da muke yi ba. Yanzu dai an baka wannan ka je ka rike su kawai. Wasu kuma na sa muku kun ji an faɗa ko? Na sa kun ji ko ba ku ji ba? Kun fahimci wani abu da abin da kuka ji? To shikenan. To doka ta farko ko da ke kafin mu fara Concord din, nakan yi bayani akan wa'innan verbs din guda biyu, main verb da auxiliary ko? Yaya ake gane singular verb? Aka ce verb plus ses is equal to ne singular. Misali speaks, goes, cries, yanzu wannan singular ne ko? Ita kuma plural verb fa aka ce verb minus s idan babu kenan ko? es is equal to ne plural, misali speak, go, cry. To amma idan auxiliary kuma auxiliary din primary ko? Ku ji wani abu daya karkace min to malam ita ma will plural ita singular ne ko plural ne ka ƙara s ce maka a ita neutral ne. Kun gane neutral? In aka ce abu neutral me ake nufi? Ko ina zai doka ba ruwan shi da singular ko plural. I can dance, she can dance, Nuhu can dance, Musa can dance, Musa and Nuhu can. Kaga auxiliary ce kan din ko? Da yake ita neutral ne ba ruwanka kaka je ka ƙara wannan s din a'a ba a sa ka ba. kun gane. So sai muka ce a bangaren auxiliaries din nan primary akwai verb to be ko, to ya muke gane singular? Na farko akwai is da am, singular ne. Me past tense ɗinsu shine was, to dukansu singular ne ko. Plural ɗin be shine mene? Akwai a, past tense ɗinta shine wa, kun gansu ko. A bangaren verb to do ina singular ita ce does ko, plural fa do ɗin kenan. Bangaren verb to have muna ne has, ita ce singular, plural fa ita ce mene? Have. To kaga yanzu an baka wani karatu ne, domin yanzu ka ce ya na mu baka members na wannan ya muke members din nan duka a baka su bene plural din da singular, ai zaka ba mu aiki ne. Amma an baka formula kawai, inda kaga an ƙara ma verb s ko es ko is na nufi mene kenan? Singular. In kaga verb s ko es ko is na nufi mene? Singular. An ji bayanin ko? To sai ma okay, ita ce plural ko. Rule 1 doka ta farko ma ne ce maka a singular verb carries singular, a singular subject carries mene? Singular verb. Idan mai aikin ya kasance tilo ne, mai tilo kwana ɗaya, to ita ma aikin tana zama aiki mene? Sai ka zo gidan singular verb ko. Ya ce idan mai aikin, waye mai aiki? Subject kenan. Ya kasance jam'i ne, to sai ka sa verb ita ma mene? Jam'i. Sai na baku misali na ce Ahmad has a car. Ahmad nan shi ɗaya ne, to has aikin mutum ɗaya ne. Kun ji bayanin? To nan sai na ce Ahmad and Yusuf yanzu sun wuce ɗaya, a turanci na bai wuce ɗaya, plural ne ko. Sai muka ce have money. Wannan have ɗin yana nufin idan mutane da dama suka mallaki abu. Kun gane? Sai nan na ce the boy, yaron, ai shi ɗaya ne ko? Respects everyone, kan girmama, yaron kan girmama kowa. To nan sai na ce the boys, yaran, respect everyone. Kaga yanzu nan respect ita ce babu ko? Ita na ne kenan plural kenan. An fahimta? Kun ga doka tana tafiya ko? Sai na gaba aka ce he has come, ya zo ba jimawa. Kun ga he ya tafi da haska kada mu da verb din gaba, ba ita bane mahallin shahid ɗinka. Kun gane ko? Sai na gaba aka ce they have come, they plural ko, ya tafi da plural verb. She was given, an bata. Kun gani she singular ne ko? Kun ga ya tafi da was, amma we were given, an bamu. Me aka bamu? Ban faɗa abin da aka bamu, mun dai ce kai an bamu ko? Kila kuɗi ne, kila wani abu ne dai, mun dai ce an bamu, isn't it? We were given. So kun ga we plural ya tafi da mene? Plural verb. Doka ta biyu muka ce when two subjects joined by and, a plural verb is required. Idan aka samu mene masu aiki guda biyu akwai and. Me ma'anan and da kenan aiki a Hausa ko? Khadija da Atika ɗalibai na ne. Khadija and, kaga sai ce Khadija and Atika are my students. Ko? An fahimta? To kun ga yanzu Khadija and Aisha din ke Atika ko? To ga misali you and I, ni da kai, kaka ce I and you. A turanci in zaka ce ni da kai, sai ka fara sa kai din sai ka fara sa wanda kake magana din sannan ka kawo kanka. Yanzu ina so in ce ni da ku ƴan Najeriya, sai in ce you and I are Nigerians. Ba zan ce I and you ba, kun ji me nake cewa? Haka tsarin turanci yake, ba zan ce I and you ba, sai dan ce you and I. Sai na fara kawo kanku sannan zan kawo kaina. Amma ka tashi fasara ka sai ka ce ni da ku kenan. Kun gane? Sai na gaba aka ce Nuhu and Aisha go to market. Nuhu da Aisha kan je kasuwa. The boy and the girl know him. Yaron da yarinya sun san shi. My sister and his wife have been to Kano. Yar uwata da kuma matan shi sun kasance a Kano kenan. Sai aka ce not, me not a kiyaye. Dan da ina bayan na gosu ko suna mu wani na mujiya ne. Sai na ba a gane ba to. Aka ce two singular nouns connected by and suggesting one idea or person, a singular verb should be used. Akan samu wasu sunaye guda biyu amma kuma akwai an a tsakanin su, yana magana akan mutum ɗaya ne ko kuma abu ɗaya, to sai aka ce ka sa singular verb. Sai na baku misali, ai wannan tun daga misalin ya kamata ku gane dokan ai. The president and minister of petroleum is Muhammadu Buhari. Shugaban ƙasa sannan ministan mene? Peter shine Muhammadu Buhari, ko su ne? Shine. Fura and nono was sold here, an sai da fura da nono a nan. Shikenan. My uncle and doctor visit them, kawuna sannan kuma likita kan ziyarce su. Shikenan. Rule 3 muka ce a singular or plural verb should be used with pertaining to what? Question words. Me question words guda tara ne a turanci. Akwai what, where, when, how, which ko, why, then how ko. So sai muka ce who teaches you, kaga nan teaches to sai ka magana akan mutum ɗaya ne ko? Wa ke karantar da ku nan mutum ɗaya ne. Ta wani sai aka ce who teach you, wa ke karantar da ku ne ko su wa ke karantar da ku? shi yasa sai ka lura ai ba teaches singular bane to ina magana akan mutum daya. Wannan plural for mutane da yawa kenan. Nan aka ce how is she, ya take, how are they, ya suke, kaji ko Hausa haka ne ko? Where does she go, ina take zuwa? Where do they visit, ina sukan ziyarta ko? Wannan shine rule din, very simple. Rule number 4 aka ce mana what's like, kalmomi kamar irin su anything, anybody, duka wa'annan kalmomin kai a rinka samu su mene singular verb. Everything was burnt, ko Hausa zaka ce komi da komi ya kone ko sun kone ne. Ko Hausa ma ba haka zaka ce sun kone ba, ya kone. Akan yi gobara aka ce gida ba a fitar da komi ba ko? Za a ce komi da komi ya kone. Kaga ya kone ba ana nufin wai sun kone ba ne, kuskure ne, ko a Hausa ma kuskure ne. Many an apple is sweet. Mafi yawancin apple yana da mene zaki. Ka taɓa cin apple ka ji ba daɗi da Allah? Apple ko yaya ne in dai apple ne. Ka taɓa cin mai ɗaci? A wannan is general abin nan ko? Sai na gaba aka ce no one loves her, ba mai santa. Ba mai mene? Ba mai santa. Each boy comes early. Kowane yaro kan zo da wuri. Sai na gaba aka ce everybody is happy. Kowa da kowa na murna. Ko suna murna ne da Allah? Ai ko saka ce kowa da kowa suna murna, kai da kanka za a yi maka dariya ai. Kowa da kowa kaga mutum ɗaya kenan. Ko ba haka bane? Ana ganewa ko? So sai na gaba aka ce either of his sister's face. Nan malali ya zan fassara wannan malali. Either of his sister's face. Ɗaya daga cikin mene? Ɗaya daga cikin mene ‘yan uwansa mata kan biya. An fahimta ko? Sai daga ba aka ce many a teacher teaches. Ka gani? Many a teacher teaches ko? Kar ku manta an ce in ka ga many a o many an. Duk a sa singular verb ko kaka ce me yasa aka sa teaches. Da za a cira a din to ai sai an ƙara si. Many teachers ko? Sai a ce teach kuma yanzu. Amma da yake muna wannan dokar ne sai a kiyaye ta. Somebody does something wrong. Wani yayi wani abu mara kyau shikenan. Sai na gaba muka ce rule 5. Me rule 5 ta ce mana when either or neither no is used as a subject label, the choice of the verb should be determined by what nearest subject. Anan kai tsaye za a ce ka sa singular ba ko plural. Za ka lura me ya zo gab da ƙarshe. Kafin ka sa verb ɗinka sai ka lura me ta zo gab da ƙarshe. An fahimta? So ga misali sai aka ce either you or I am to be blamed. Ko dai kai ko dai ku ko ni ko za a zargi wani ko za a tuhunci wani ko za a kalubalanta ba ko sai nan ta na ce nan either I or you are to be blamed. Kusan dama you tana tafiya da a ne ko a bangaren verb to be, isn't it? Neither the students nor the teacher has money. Kun kalla neither the students, kada farkon ya dame ka, karshen kake lura fa kafin ka sa verb din. Kun ga nan or the teacher shi ɗaya ne ko has money. To nan sai muka canza muka ce neither the teacher nor the students. Me gaba da karshen? Ai shine nearest subject ko? Plural ko? Sai muka ce have money. Wannan dokan tana da sauki. Sai doka ta shida muka ce plural nouns denoting quantity, amount, distance, time must be used with singular verb. In ka samu irin wa'annan menene sunan su quantity adadi, amount to distance da yanayin distance, kun gane distance ko? Time lokaci aka ce ka rinka sa singular verb. 2 million naira is too much for you. Ma'ana miliyan biye maka yawa, ba za ka ce sun maka yawa ba ko? Kaga wannan amount ne. 99 reaches 100 approximately ko? So 50 kilometers was long journey. Rule 7 muka ce when one of or each of ko is used. Idan aka yi amfani da each of ko kuma one of, sai aka ce da noun, pronoun or noun phrase, ma'ana noun din da zai zo gaban shi ko mene, aka ce will be mene plural, zai kasance plural ne abin da ke gaban shi ko? Sai aka ce but the verb should be mene singular. Sai aka kawo misali aka ce each of them has 4 wives. Ko a Hausance za ka ce kowanne daga cikinsu yana da mata hudu, ko suna da ne da Allah? Yana da, shi sa kaga an ce has a nan. Sai aka ce one of my friends, ɗaya daga cikin abokanai na, kaga ashe ba duka bane. One of my, kaka ce fa one of my friend, kuskure ne, kuna irin turancin nan fa. Kuna yi one of my friends, ɗaya daga cikin abokanai na. To in ka ce one of my friend, ɗaya daga abokina, haba. Ai wannan gwarancin ta yawa ma ai. ko ba haka bane? One of my friends is getting married next week. Ɗaya daga cikin abokanai zai aure sati mai zuwa ko? Sai daga muka ce each of the staff does excellent work. Kowanne daga cikin ma'aikatan na aiki mai kyau. One of his wives, ɗaya daga cikin matayensa. Ko za ka ce ɗaya daga cikin matansa ne? Ko a wasu ma kuskure ne fa? Ɗaya daga cikin matayensa. Kuskure ne Hajiya a ce ɗaya daga cikin matansa. Ai kuskure ne ai. Ba an ce Concord ba, tsari ne ai. One of his wives, ɗaya daga cikin matayensa is dead, ta rasu. So wannan shine muke nufi da Concord da dai sauransu kuma nan ba mu tsaya.